This video is about subsets. To explain this, I'm first of all going to define a set. So here I've got a set A. It's made up of 1, 2, and 3. There its elements. The subsets of A are any sets that I can make by selecting elements from A. I'm going to start writing these out, and I'm going to start with the smallest set I could select from A. The smallest selection that I could make is that I select nothing from the set. So one of my subsets, my first subset, is going to be the empty set or the null set. There are other choices. I might decide that I want to select one element out of A, and I can use this to make a subset. So for example, the set containing 1 is a subset of A. There are other sets, other subsets of A that also contain one element. Can you think what they might be? Take a moment, pause the video and see can you write down 2 more. So I could also decide to make a subset of A by just picking 2 or just picking 3. But again, there's more subsets that I can make. I can decide to make subsets containing 2 elements. So for example, I can decide to select 1 and 2 out of the set A. There are 2 more subsets that contain 2 elements each. I wonder, can you think what they are? So there's 2, 3, and there's 1, 3. There's one final subset, one final selection that I could make from A. I might decide that I want to select everything from A. So in that case, I could have a subset containing all of the elements of A. So here now I've got a full list of all of the subsets of A. There are 2 types of subsets. In the yellow box here, I've got the proper subsets of A, and the 2 that I've highlighted in green are improper subsets of A. The improper subsets are always the empty set, the null set, and the set where I've included all of the elements of the original set. That's the only 2 situations that I call improper subsets. All of the other subsets are called proper subsets. And of course I have symbols for subsets. So I've got these 2 symbols. This symbol means that something is a subset of another set, and this means something is not a subset. So just to see a couple of examples there, using my set A again, I can say that 1, 2 is a subset of A. Look, there it is in my list. So 1, 2, I could select that from A. So it's a subset of that set called A. But I could have an example also where something wasn't a subset. I could say, for example, that 3, 4, the set containing 3, 4 is not a subset of A because all of those guys are not possible selections from the set A. Notice that when I'm using the subset symbol, this first entry in the statement should be a set, and this second entry should also be a set. So I should either have the name of a set in either of these positions, or I should make sure that I have curly brackets around the elements that I'm listing. So now here's a question for you. First of all, here's set B. I want you to write down all the subsets of B, and I also want you to identify the proper subsets and the improper subsets. Pause the video while you do this, and then play and check and see if your answers are correct. Okay, so here we go. I've got the null set, I've got all the sets with 1 element, I've got all the sets with 2 elements, and I've got the full set ABC. This empty set and this set ABC are the improper subsets, and everything else on the list inside in this yellow box is a proper subset. One more short question for you. See, can you fill in the blank in these 2 statements? So we've got A something B, D something B. Okay, so A is definitely a subset of B. We had it in our list, so I'm going to be able to write in my subset symbol. But D, that element isn't in B, so that set couldn't be a subset of B. So I'm going to say that D is not a subset of B.